Hello everybody, this is going to be the rundown at level 30 for my super tanker here. Uh, this build was going uh, to be an intimidation tanker undead dwarf, to start out the video and what the I guess for what the end goal was going to be. Um, I knew that I had to go run 3 dwarf lives for the racial TRs. And so what I've been doing is always taking my characters up to level 30 to do an epic TR and then do the racial TR because DDO has released 4 new epic feats up there that have, I mean, that's what are you looking at there? 12 more lives up there epically to complete those epic feats. So I've been doing a twofer on all my racials. So just a note, opening up the character sheet and it'll show the mix of levels up here. This is a 12 wizard, uh, and 8 fighter mix, dwarf, chaotic good male. Uh, Alignment, it doesn't matter on this build. Both of those classes can be any alignment in the game. It doesn't even matter. Showing um, beginner starter stats. Um, I started my constitution at 20, but I mixed the free stat points along the way, and this is because of being undead, sort of. Strength was base 10 is what it's showing. Dexterity was a base 10, like almost 2 dump stats. Constitution 20, like I said. Intelligence score on this one went up to 16. It might have been starting at 15. Wisdom dump stat 8. Charisma started at 14. Okay, so with that sort of layout on there in that mix of points, um, it was sort of specific to being able to get a feat called combat expertise over here. I have my feet loaded. I have to toggle this one on and off. This requires a minimum intelligence of 13 uh, to 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 start it. To be able to grab it. And then I believe along the way I put 3 points into Constitution out of the 5 total. 1 point intelligence and 1 point charisma as I leveled up. Okay, I needed to get the charisma up for UMD, use magic device, and for intimidate, the skill, which is charisma based, right? If I was not going to be a melee threat build, I was going to be an intimidation build. Okay, so this is why, like most gamers, prefer the paladin because it's kind of more of a charisma based character and can get higher stats for intimidate um, at the in the end game. So just out of sarcasm, this is just what we're doing here, just to show what's cracking, I guess. Um, this character, its main basis is, hit points and being able to heal itself undead while intimidating mobs so that other people can go kill stuff. I can't. I have no real way to take down mobs really quick. There's no insta kills. There's no just melee output on it that's fast. It takes a long time for me to kill anything, but it's mostly like an ultimate helper for all those people that get sneak attack damage and don't want to get hit in the game, um, for whatever reason. So I'm going to open up the enhancement tree to show the mix, and this is what I did. Here we go. Eldritch Knight, I got 21 points in here, and then I stopped. There's no tier 5 done. This is to get the arcane spell failure down with all these things on the bottom and the 4 bottom feats here, or whatever they are, action, I don't know. Level 3 thing is the Eldritch Strike, and then it works up to the Imbue the Blade, which is a minus 15% arcane spell failure from equipped armor, also is on there. And then the level 12 enhancement is Subtle Force, and it turns that into a minus 20% arcane spell failure from equipped armor, shields, and Warforged body feats. Along the way, I took the normal I guess I would call them prerequisites in the Eldritch Knight tree, are improved shield and improved mage armor. Um, this is a 10% exceptional bonus to your total armor class from improved mage armor. If you take it, it's cheap, it's low hanging fruit. Like, that is it. I took the battle mage here for more intimidate, concentration, and spellcraft. Intimidate primarily. Uh, this shield training here is giving you a proficiency with all shields except for tower shields, but you gain proficiency from the fighter automatically with tower shields. And then it also lowers your arcane spell failure chance by 5%. It's kind of important. The Pale Master Wiz, I have done. I have like 24 points in here. Um, the the shroud that I took is the Lich, and I did this just to get the negative healing amplification and negative spell power and magical resistance rating. Now, I can see where, I guess as a side note, you could actually move up into wraith form or even zombie form for this build. That's up to you. I chose the Lich also because it moves quicker in the game, um, and doesn't have weird animations with your when you're blocking with your shield. Now, I'm not going to get into all that, but uh, The enhancements on the bottom that I took are deathly tough. This gives you more hit points and +5 to your PRR, your physical resistance rating, and a +1 spell pin. But we don't care about that. We're not casting spells to go kill stuff in the game. We are casting mostly self buffs. And then Undead Shock is a 15% bonus to electric absorption, and you no longer take extra damage from the light damage. Okay, in this tree, I have taken all of the enhancements for more hit points, a higher negative energy critical chance, and being a negative energy conduit. Um, this is helps your negative healing amplification. There's one here at the bottom, and then there's one up here on the third tier, negative energy adept, giving me an extra 30. So there's a dual thing for any of your builds if you decide to go undead. It's probably a good idea. It just helps how much healing you get from your own death auras. Pretty cool. I think it's cool. Then 26 points in Stalwart Defender. I didn't even take any of these trees up to the 5th tier. Uh, Strangely, because the Stalwart Defender is about you attacking and then gaining bonuses up here. You can further improve your greater Stalwart defense, but it's not something that I need, in my opinion. The reinforced defense up here is very good. I mean, improves the armor class bonuses you receive from shields and armor, but I didn't even have enough points to go up there. I ran these two trees over here at bare bones minimum to get more AC out of this build. One Harper point. Yep, spent it over there. This one freebie that you get for universal trees didn't even go into knife fighter or falconry or anything. The last 15 points got spent over here doing dwarf. Dwarf gets more bonuses to their armor class and dex here, and all kinds of AC and tanky related things, as well as a hit point bonus over here for Child of the Mountain on tier 3. Now, there's also a whole offensive tree over here for, warhammers and dwarven axes if you want to go that route. And top of the tier is throw your weight around. It's you can use your constitution as I don't know if it's to hit or to damage. Not really sure. But I didn't have enough to get up that high. Dwarf is meatball. Like, that's just what it is. Its main status constitution. Um, it can get a lot of hit points out of that and high fortitude saves. Lots of finger of deaths and things coming your way that are fortitude based insta kills from mobs. They don't have a problem with that kind of thing. That's what I like. Iron Stomach is something that gives you a bonus when you drink. Like, I drink a lot of negative energy pots. So I'm receiving that one bonus. I think it's something for poison. Neutralize poison. You can take it up to its 3rd tier for Iron Stomach. You neutralize poison, remove disease, and you get heroism for 2 minutes. But I'm always doing a greater heroism with my spells on myself, so that overrides the effect of that. Okay, so if we were all in on tank, all in on getting high ACC or armor class, physical resistance rating, and MRR, and working up that intimidate skill, then that was the direction that I headed on this beast. So I'm gonna close down that window, and then I'm going to go to epic. No, we'll do feats first. We'll do feats so everybody can see. Um, Epic feats. I I did take Defiant Warding. This is adding to your PRR and MRR, and then when you get hit, it adds more, a little bit more. Oops, sorry. If I go into my character sheet too, can't open up both these. Standing stats are at armor class 233. Uh, Fortitude save 88, Reflex 66, and Will 64. Fortification 372. PRR 288. MRR 220. I did not go get ship elemental buffs. Um, Showing avoidance defenses at 10% incorporality right now. I have been using blur and displacement to help that out. I'll open this I'll open this back up later to show you when I'm all buffed out what it is at. Showing effective hit points at 16,090. Just standing there. Saving throws are, yeah, who I don't even really follow this that much, but disease is the highest at 14. Poison is already at 16. Elemental defenses. This is something that I watch a lot because of the new damage types that are getting dealt out a lot in DDO. Acid is showing 115 without the ship buffs and below. Cold at 53, electric 153, fire 115, light 68, and I have a negative resistance, but I don't know where it's coming from at 25. Not sure where that's coming from right now. And then on the absorption side is where it gets better. Acid absorption at 24, cold at 24, electric at 83, evil at 0, fire absorption at 27. Uh, Negative absorption says 200, but that's a healer for me. Poison absorption 100%. Sonic absorption 24. So most of those elementals, except for electric, are at right around 24% after your initial resistance. Back to feats. Just showing the Defy Accordion. We already went over that. I took the Skyon of the Plane of Water on this one. I get 200 maximum spell points, and a plus 20 magical resistance rating out of this. The other thing is cold spell power, 30 universal spell power, and add 2d20 cold damage to weapon and unarmed attacks. Now, I don't care so much about the bottom of that. I care about that MRR and the spell point on that one. Epic spell focus was Intimidate. Another feat that was taken out here was Bulwark of Defense. Gaining, 2 to all saving throws and 4 armor class. Epic damage reduction is another 10 physical resistance. Defensive fighting feat is free. I'm not using it. I get no bonus out of this. That's all for the true melees out there. I have it loaded over here on the right, but it's not on. It's not active. I also took Epic Toughness for another 50 hit points. Let's see here. Basic feats. Nope. Nothing there. Combat styles. I took Combat Mastery or Shield Mastery and improved Shield Mastery. This is actually like you get a 8% bonus to double strike while wielding a shield, and plus 6 combat style bonus to melee power. But we don't care about that. We wanted the plus 15 PRR when using a tower shield. In the feats heroic along the way, I took Force of Personality. Now, I knew that Wisdom was a dump stat for will saves, so, and I also knew that my end gear would be a higher charisma item than my wisdom item. So I took Force of Personality to boost my will saves. I also took Insightful Reflexes, knowing that I dumped Dex. Okay, this adds your intelligence modifier to your reflex saves instead of your Dex modifier. I took Shield Deflection. So this is giving me a 40% blocking with my shield to the elemental types: acid, cold, electric, and fire. It's kind of like I block a lot. I did take toughness one time. The deflect arrows feat is granted in the Eldritch Knight tree. So I'm able to block arrows, every couple of seconds. One attacker. Favor feats we don't care about. Martial feats. Yes, and here's where it gets kind of interesting. I have combat expertise as one of them, which I talked about earlier. I took along the way improved critical bludgeoning for shield bashes and for whatever bludgeoning other weapon item type that I got, like a warhammer or a mace. Now I'm thinking about swapping this out to go even more tanky, because I already know that my melee is so poor at these levels. Might as well stick to your guns and do what you do best. I took Knight's Training. Um, at the bottom of Knight's Trading, it's already set up for heavy maces, warhammers, and morning stars to get a morale bonus to critical threat range. So this is another swap feat if I decide to stay up here at 30. Sunder and Trip are granted automatically. Quick Draw is also granted from the Eldritch Knight tree, so that I did not take along the way. Spellcasting feats, um, mental toughness, and the meta magics for on the wizard side are extend, heighten, and maximize. Like level 12 wizard, you get granted wizard feats. Might as well use them on the wizard feats. Um, the extend is mainly for the death auras, lesser and greater, and the negative energy burst I have heightened and maximized. Uh, just for your self heals. That doesn't work that good on Reaper, but it works, on all the, lesser levels or difficulty ranges. Um, some other things that I have extended are the improved shield, heroism, blur, and improved mage armor. Extended haste, because I did not take blinding speed on this particular build. Okay, heading over to Epic Destinies. I'm in Unyielding Sentinel, and I have worked up all of the bonuses there for hit points and for armor class. I did not even delve into, Purify Weapon or Extra Smites or Renewal or anything like that. I have one tier of the Divine Energy Resistance here. 35 enhancement bonus to resist energy for 1 minute per caster level, whatever. The twists are Sigil of Warding on tier 2 of the Magister, tier 1 of the Magister. Grants you an extra 3 armor class, and 15 physical resistance to you and any allies standing in the radius. Like if I'm gonna try to do supertanker and I got aggro, I cast this on myself. Because I'm gonna be the guy that's standing there taking damage, usually from physical attacks. Endless Faith, of course, this will boost your spell point total. This is from the Divine Crusader, Exalted Angel, tier 1. And then the rest of these 3 on the bottom are all from the Draconic tree. I took Draconic Presence, gives me a +6 to my Intimidate. I took the Dragon Hide, all tier 1s. And I took the Draconic Perception. +6 to your reflex saves. In fact, I was even thinking about going into the Draconic as a cold spec dragon to be able to cast some sort of damaging spell on top of my um, intimidate and tanking abilities. A little bit more offense, and this is a future thought here because I've already taken sort of 3 lower tier things in here, and I got 18 fate points left over. Like I have all first level twists in here. You know, it's like I'm wasting 18 points right there on nothing. And then work it over so that you took twists from Unyielding Sentinel for what you needed. So that's just something to think about. This Unyielding Sentinel up here at the 5th tier is where you get, you know, AC and a lot of hit points and other stuff. Ward against evil, you know, that's cool. Like I like guards. I am currently in Unbreakable. It's a sacred bonus to natural armor, and I gain the diehard feat, but I already have the diehard feat basically. I have a huge unconscious range already. Oh, somebody said that they wanted to go see spells. Spells are the same deal as the last build that I made. I don't even have two spells slotted. Same thing. GH up here at level 6, True Seeing, and Tensors. Tensors giving me an alchemical bonus to Constitution, mostly, and Dexterity, but I'm not gaining an armor class bonus from it. Gives me more hit points for 2 minutes. You know? Uh, I did do Cloud Kill and Mind Fog. These are only spells there to get more aggro, in my opinion. Nyax. Level 4, this time I did take Fire Shield. Sometimes I use this while tanking, depending on the mob, either fire or cold shield. D-Door, that's a must. In quests, you can use that a lot. Haste, Rage, Dispel Magic, and Displacement at level 3. Level 2, I had that Gust of Wind, you know. I use that too a lot because mobs like to cast acid and all these crazy effects on you, acid cloud and whatever else. So that's pretty standard. Tumble, Expeditious Retreat, Jump, Merfolk's Blessing, Reaper Destinies, Reaper Enhancements. 33 Reaper points is what I got. I've invested 31 into the Grim Barricade, and it looks like this. Last 2 points are in the Dire Thaumatage. The Thaumatage. Traumatage. Would I get 50 maximum spell points in Reaper mode out of that? And what is this? +1 intelligence while in Reaper mode. Opening up inventory. And that's a mess. Again, 5 pieces of the Ender set. One are up here. 2, there's 3 of them. Necklace, helmet, goggles, cloak, and bracers. The rest of this is only for personal fun. legendary festering mummy wraps for more healing amplification, plus 72, light resistance and quality. Also, there's a chance, greater boon of undeath. This says every time that I'm actually hit in combat, uh, an inflict moderate wound spell will be cast on me. So I have not been paying attention if that's been popping off. It's very hard to watch as tanker to see if you're getting healed by you getting hit. I'm using the stolen signet of Winarn, and I have slotted Helen back on this one uh, for more PRR and MRR. So that's one basic set. Uh, the Celestial Emerald Ring is my Constitution item at 21. This also offers great a 10% bonus to the cooldown of your Intimidate speed with linguistics is what it's called down there, 10%. So I've upgraded this to 21 on the Constitution for me. The +9 Constitution is coming from +9 Insightful is coming from Echo of the Icon from Barovia as my trinket. This also is adding a 208 fortification bonus because Plate Mail of Strahd does not have any fortification bonus on it. So those are how I got over that. That's how I got to 372 on my fort, basically, and 100 from being undead. So fortification is high. This armor class amount is not as high as what a pally can get, or a pally fighter mix. You want to try and get this up to 300 for the initial strike. I'm sort of relying more on blur and displacement so that I don't get hit like that, and my PRR rating at 288. Now, they can get that armor class up higher, but I don't know if they can get the PRR rating that high. So that's to my advantage. This is to my detriment right now. Just a general pair of boots. It's the black feather boots are level 21. They come out of the new keep quests out there. I have slotted one natural armor +7 in this. Don't even have that to +8, so see, I could get one more right there. We're splitting hairs. The shield is turbinous, and I like this tower shield in comparison. It's has two slots in it. One's for me is for Ruby Nullification 138, and there's a Sapphire Good Luck in there to help out my saves a little bit. Quality Con is already on it, and then Magical Sheltering 49. The Healer's Bounty, if it goes off, I only get hit for half of it because I'm undead. So that's something up to you. I've also toyed around with, and I'll slot this. This is the legendary Rising Sun Tower Shield. Now, this has a... I'm going to close my character sheet and open it. If you are tanking, I get a higher armor class when I equip this. Or what was it? What was my last armor? 241 on this with the Rising Sun Tower Shield. One more higher damage reduction from 22 to 23. And this shield absorbs light uh, damage. Like if you're in a heavy quest with a lot of positive divine types that are blasting you, you know, that's fine. This is listed as insightful magic sheltering 26 and quality magical sheltering 13 on this. So because it's only got one slot and I don't lose that much, I've been sticking with the Terminus. It's just a little bit better for my needs. I lose 10 AC out of it and 1 damage reduction, but slotted in here is also my nullification 138 for my negative spell power. So it's a trade-off there. You know, that's something that you want to do according whatever tower shield, if you're a tank, you want to do according to your build. The negative is coming in for spell power at 507. The negative spell crit chance is coming in at only 12. I only have a 12% chance of getting a critical on there. Critical multiplier is boosted by the enter set at 35 base. So when it does crit, I get a 35% bonus to my negative and all spells. Okay, so having character sheet open, I wanted to open up uh, that standing hit point total of 16,090 without major buffs, and I wanted to show that that number is influenced by all of your defenses and other things. The first thing I hit would be Tensor's Transformation, Blur, and then Displacement, and Greater Heroism. Both of the improved shield and the improved mage armor are the ones that sort of influence that total. 35,858. My avoidance defenses went up. Incorporeality 10, concealment 50. On the stat page, fortitude rises to 94, armor class 262. PRR 320, MRR 220, reflex 70, will 68. So that is my highest total, you know, that I can, you know, possibly reach, unless there's a bard that's going to give me other songs. The haste gives me, what, 2 more on the reflex to 71. Rage does not, Rage isn't even counting because of one of the defensive fighting feats. So there you go. That's where I'm at on this build. Again, tank is not for everybody, but I thought it would be fun to build a nice something different than what most people you know, usually expect. So what I'll do here is I'll go over here and just intimidate all of this stuff once I get up here, and I'll just stand here and take it. As I'm getting hit, well, I'm not really even getting hit. As I'm getting hit, the MRR is going up from Defiant Warding. Was at 344 there for a second. I'll just come back over here and intimidate these guys. Getting blasted from something behind me. Some caster. It's a vampire. but I can't do very much damage to him right now at all. Like, it should be registering heals on him because of the death aura if he is undead. And I'll just have to get this cleared out because otherwise we'll be standing here all day. What's that? I don't even have my aura thing on. My pick here, I'll go do fire. Just flipped over to fire from the Eldritch stance to see what was going on. He's immune to electrical. Okay, so now we start over. And we'll do one more group before we end the video. I rebuff. I'll just jump in there and go get Tinky aggro. Since I'm the only one out here, it wouldn't matter anyway. I am the aggro, so. Reanimated corpses cannot be intimidated, but I'll put up the sigil of warding too. I'll light up the ones that I can light up. What did that go to? 335 PRR, 265 AC. Just gonna clear them out and end the video. Supertanker needs killers with it. So there you go. Thank you all.